Just want to give you guys a real quick update. Some of you may be wondering, where have you been all week? Other people may be wanting to know about Mustang progress. So it is springtime in Wisconsin. We're in the mid to high 50s, sometimes in the 40s. Anyway, good enough to go back out and work on the car. My daughter offered to help me with interior this week, and that's what we've been doing. I ordered everything we needed to do most of it. We're just doing the carpet and the seats. So it doesn't sound like a lot, but it kind of snowballs. So tore the carpet out, and there was some rust down there, not through or anything, but just some seams that needed addressed. So I cleaned them up with a wire brush on a drill, put seam sealer on them, and went ahead and primed over that. Then we did the sound deadening. We did FatMat. Now, I did a 50-foot roll, or 50 square foot roll, and it covered the entire floor pan, even the rockers. I didn't go all the way up the firewall. I went up to the insulator pad that's already there. 50 square feet will do it for the floor of your Mustang. If you're ever wondering how much you need, that'll do your floor. I'll do the rest of it later. I've got another 50-foot roll because I thought it was going to take more than that just to do the floor. Got that done today, finally, after all the messing around. And we started on carpet. Got some really good carpet tips, looking at several different videos. Looked at CJ Pony, looked at Auto Resto Mod, and also Mustang, oh boy, I think it's Mustang Medic, the guy out of Illinois. And the really good tip I got from Mustang Medic was, I think it was from him, instead of using scissors to cut your little holes for anything like seat belts or seats or anything else, take a soldering iron and just melt the carpet. It worked great. In fact, we didn't have a working soldering iron to begin with, but then my daughter went next door and got one, and yeah, boy, saves a lot of time, and it keeps you from fraying any of the carpet when you're trying to drill or whatever. It doesn't like come up, and you know how, like pulling a sweater, all the whole row goes if you pull the sweater too far. Same thing with carpet, and yeah, this is definitely the thing to use, I think. Other tip I got was, when you join the carpet, because it's two pieces, if there's a lip that comes up, use some Velcro under there. We're going to do that, because I think we might have some issues where the carpet goes together. And another good tip I got, I think it was from Mustang Medic, was to get your seatbelts in on your back carpet first. That'll kind of hold everything in place. And after your seatbelts are in, then you can do all your trimming and stuff. So I've taken all of these tips from all these different videos and applied them to the carpet install, which we're working on now. The driver's seat is partway apart. You can see it used to be blue. It was dyed. The whole car, the interior was blue and white. We're going black on it because that's what Dad had. He had a black interior car. So that's what we've been doing this week. And hopefully we'll get the carpet completely done tomorrow. We're almost there. And hopefully my kid will get the seats done before spring breaks over. She's got two front buckets. Now the rear seat, I think it needs to be redone because it smells like mouse pee. But we didn't get upholstery for that yet. And maybe I'll try to talk Blanca into tackling that with me later on down the road. So anyway, that's what we've been up to. That's what we're working on. I've got more stuff I'm working on, but that's enough for now. Quick update for you. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.